Hey everyone, welcome to the bag. If you're new, like, sub, turn on the notifications on so you're notified immediately when vids like this drop. And if you're returning, as always, welcome back. Before we get into these game totals and spreads, we got quite a bit of news to get over here, so we'll get to that. On the first leg of a back-to-back is Denver and Gold. Oh, sorry. First leg of a back-to-back. First leg of a back-to-back is Indiana, Boston, Utah, Washington, New York Knicks, Philadelphia, Houston. On the second leg of a back-to-back is Denver and Golden State. Excuse me. Okay, so for the injury news, we know that Kevin Durant partially practiced, but he's technically uncertain, questionable still at this point. Rick Rubio agreed to a buyout with the Cavs. Jimmy Butler is out. Caleb Martin is doubtful. Melton is out. Lively is questionable. Exum is doubtful. Horford is questionable. Ayton is out. Brown is questionable. Zach LaVine is questionable. Vucevic is questionable. Patrick Williams is probable. Brandon Miller is not on the injury report. Torrey Eason is questionable. Mark Williams is out. Franz Wagner is out. Markelle Fultz is out. Eric Gordon is questionable. LeBron James is questionable. Anthony Davis is probable. Hachimura is out. Trey Murphy is questionable. Wendell Carter Jr. is questionable. Nemard is questionable. Burks is questionable. Grant Williams is questionable. Robert Covington is questionable. Nasir Little is questionable. Landry Shamit's questionable. Cole Anthony's not on the injury report. D'Angelo Russell's doubtful. And Jabari Walker is doubtful. That's all the news I have up to date. All right. So for the first game, we have Utah at Boston with a 14-point swing favor in Boston with a 242 over-under. Then we have Atlanta at Indiana with a 3.5 swing favor in Indiana with a 261 over-under. So really high total on this one. It was supposed to be a fairly close game. Then we have Washington at Cleveland with a 10.5 swing favor in Cleveland with a 240 over-under. We have Oklahoma City at Brooklyn with a 3.5 swing favor in Oklahoma City with a 235 over-under. New York at Philadelphia with a 5 swing favor in Philly with a 223 over-under. Charlotte at Chicago with a 7 swing favor in Chicago with a 223.5 over-under. Clippers at New Orleans with a 1 swing favor in New Orleans with a 228.5 over-under. Minnesota at Houston with a 3 swing favor in Minnesota at a 220.5 over-under. Portland at Dallas with an 11 swing favor in Dallas with a 236 over-under. Orlando at Denver with an 11-point swing favor in Denver with a 224.5 over-under. Miami at Phoenix with a 4-point swing favor in Phoenix with a 229.5 over-under. Toronto at Sacramento with a 4-point swing favor Sacramento with a 238 over-under. Memphis at Los Angeles Lakers with a 5.5 swing favor in the Lakers with a 228.5 over-under. And then the other late night game, Detroit at Golden State with an 8.5 swing favor in Golden State with a 242.5 over-under. Now, keep in mind there's a lot of games going on. These is just what's up on the board, of course, right now that looks good. Looks like they may have added some more. No, okay. So Roxy's pick, Clint Capella over 10.5 rebounds. Then we have Jarrett Allen for over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Joel Embiid, my number one pick for over 11.5 rebounds. We got Jalen Johnson for over 17.5 points. Now, they kept his run down last game, so I'm hoping it don't go that way this game. But we got Josh Giddey for over 22.5 PRA. But as always, he's that a little bit risky. And then last but not least, we have Julius Randle for over 3.5 turnovers in a tough matchup against Embiid. So first look, that's what we got, guys. Hope you guys had a good night out yesterday. Game's still going on, so I got to go and gather things up for the look back. As always, though, I appreciate all you guys. Shout outs to all my guys. shout outs to Backdoor Fantasy, DG Fantasy, and definitely go check those guys out, see what they got offered for free. And as always, appreciate all you guys. So we're going to close out with the nightly prayer. Dear Lord, may you continue to bless us with the simplest of blessings, such as waking up tomorrow. Amen. All right, you guys, till then, you know what it is, you know what to do. Get a bag.